soft L's each in the first 2 minutes.
Too late.
Go!
Hi guys! Welcome to
Change of setting!
Hello!
Again.
Welcome to the new space.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Thank you very much, Kira, for offering up your basement.
I
It's
love
air
it.
conditioned, which... Oh, man.
Also,
Oh,
it's
man.
a basement. So,
Yes.
I mean, those are pretty cool
We have-
anyways.
Space. This is amazing.
I
So-
like the fact that this is a lot nicer, yet somehow looks 10 times bigger.
Thanks.
It's like ghetto, but it's one step above.
Yeah,
We are
We love the
cameoed by
apartment.
Darth
Like
Vader.
you-
So.
He is blessing me with his
We
dark
trade
force.
visuals for comfort. It's
So yeah, we're in a new space with more room, which is a lot nicer. Hopefully it doesn't affect audio too much. We'll see. Still kind of work in progress on a lot of the technical side, but we'll get there. Legal stuff as always. We are in no way owners of any of the material that we are playing on or playing with for the world setting. Elder Scrolls is owned and copyrighted by Bethesda Game Softworks. Or Bethesda Game Studios, and Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition is owned by Wizards of the Coast. This group of yahoos has absolutely no claim to any of that.
My phone's
So,
we're just a bunch of Todd lovers. That's it.
God, Howard.
God, Howard.
I think that's pretty much it for that stuff. As per usual, any announcements for anybody besides happy birthday to Kat?
Happy
She
Really
just
loud
turned
clap.
23
No one
on
likes me anymore. It's okay.
13th. Yep. So I would have loved to take you out to do the karaoke, but we couldn't find one.
Yeah.
We were gonna do the Blink 182 song. What's my age again?
Oh, yeah, we can- Yeah,
They do
don't
on Friday
it.
nights.
Nope, not anymore.
No.
I just went there last week.
Really?
I just went
I
there on
saw
Friday.
that they were only doing kamikaze karaoke now. It's
Friday,
off of
9
their
p.m. They
roster.
just have it on Friday. I was just
Jesus well, that's a whole bunch of crock waffle
Yeah, it
nuggets.
wasn't on their website. It said that they got rid of it and like
That's
they were
weird.
kamikaze karaoke.
Well,
Yeah, it was, just,
Well,
it was up on their chalkboard.
Huh.
Now we have our shtick to get back
Yay!
to.
Yeah,
We'll do a
for sure.
makeup.
Plugging Dungeons and
Next year.
Drafts as well.
Right.
We're
Where
just
we all
plugging
go?
it.
Where we all bet.
Don't forget Blink
Game
182.
deal.
Okay, so no other announcements for anybody?
Cool.
I
Thank
can't
you guys.
see.
I baked monkey balls.
I got cast for a show.
Hey!
What show?
I'll be working at the Candlelight Dinner Playhouse in Johnstown, performing in Holiday Inn. So,
Aw,
He's the understudy
congrats.
for the lead.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, for real.
So in case anyone stalks Hugh, there you go.
So
I mean-
you're saying we should break someone's
All my
leg?
followers.
Take care of some ankles out there. Yeah.
Yeah, just take care of a few ankles. Get your moment in the spotlight.
All right. So quick recap for last sesh.
You will not be reimbursed.
Shim
Yes,
shirt.
please, because I
Yeah.
totally
we
watched our
were
session.
missing some peeps. So welcome back to Kira and Allison. So we have somewhat closer to a whole party again. Alec is still out of town. We might try to get him in. It's kind of up in the air.
Nice.
Didn't hear back from him, positive or negative on doing that.
I just want to know if we
Can
picked that
still
up on
hear
audio.
Hunter's butt all the way across the way. It's phenomenal. They're always like little gunshots.
Wait, did you rip ass?
Yeah.
I did. I was wondering if we picked it up.
Well, we'll find out later.
So,
That's one of the highlights.
Don't worry, we'll add sound effects to it.
I was gonna say we should edit it. With
yeah, we'll
some
go
sort of-
back and audio boost that little section there. Make it real. Front and center.
Or back in center.
But yeah, quick recap of last sesh.
We're recapping.
The crew kind of did some scouting of the sewers beneath Northpoint to try and find out where the Thieves Guild's hideout was, because based on the information that they gathered from the Bachelorette contestants,
Shoot.
that's where the thieves like to go, is through the sewer systems and out into like subterranean caverns that were out in the countryside around Northpoint. So they delved in, did some monster smashing, and then eventually found out the correct way to go. Once there, they encountered a gang of seemingly unrelated thieves. There were about 12 in all down there, being led by someone that Sam seemed to have a bone to pick with. So while Sam fought his nemesis and the party dealt with the thugs, Caneth intervened in the duel and used his pact with Ifray to launch a vine through the foot of Sam's adversary, slam him down on his back, and leave the man open for Sam's coup de grace. Spoiler, that was a big bad evil guy that I wasted on Section 4. So, that was a whole thing.
Are we all okay?
Please hold while we kill Tristan, alright? He will not be present for the rest of the session. Apologies, but,
Oh, fucking mess today.
No more
For
sugar for
initiative.
Tristan.
this is what
Upshot,
happens
I don't
when-
have a map today, so my Legos are safe. Cool. So with that, we will be picking up right in the caverns where the fight went down.
I prefer not combat anyways because I'm bad at it.
You guys are outside of combat. You did take the 2 hostages that were left over that, weren't too
That was
roughed
you
up.
killed.
Can like kind of.
Yeah, I didn't want to really mess with any kind of catching them after the hour and a half long combat phase.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good one. It was definitely a good one.
It's full.
That's actually a fairly short combat session for considering.
Yeah, you guys blasted through it pretty well. But yeah, that's where we are picking up is you just finished killing off the majority of the bandits and capturing the last 2. And the lemon bites are back on the table.
There will always be lemon bites. They are a staple of D&D.
Honestly, yeah, that's kind of our unofficial.
That's like the sweet roll of this group.
Pretty much.
Somebody stole your lemon bite.
What do you call it? Lemon
Let
bite
me
lane?
guess. Lemon
Lemon
bite alley.
Oh, lemon bite alley.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
that's episode 3.
Mhm.
Ba-da-da.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
So yeah, it is still Aurora, Sarah, and Aragorn are still back up and around the inn area / getting the boat ready with Rennie. So I have the 5 that were here last time still down in the cavern with Samai'el. So you all have just caught, like I said, the 2 baddies have been ostensibly trussed up. Get a new chair if that's going to be an issue.
Please.
There's 2 over here, Tristan.
Yeah.
Did we bring any of the collapsible chairs at all?
Yeah,
I'll
I have
just-
some
I'll
up in
just
my
get-
car.
I'll just give up one.
Okay. Thank you. We can always take break later and
Readjust the-
adjust if we
yeah.
have to. So
Because I don't have to slide around a wooden chair to get out of it.
it's true.
Got space?
Like I just set it like this.
Okay.
Okay. Am I in
Did-
frame?
I had no idea. Not quite. Yeah, you're good. Yep. Cool.
Alright, so yeah, that is where we're picking up. Sam, for his part, is trudging back towards the group, swords still out and, like, glowing with that fire that is slowly, like, fading away down the blade, and his breathing is pretty ragged as he's coming back with Thickick.
I am. Those last 2 were the guys that were up on the wall that I was almost engaging with. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
those are
Okay.
the ones that you were chasing down.
So I'm gonna be kind of like
Got him by the collars kind of deal.
like handling them down and very like assured of myself that I am indeed this great grand.
Strong cleric who's
Yes.
very proud of her new armor.
Yes. After failing to bash the one guy off the ledge.
And you brushed one guy's head off the ledge.
I did concave one of the bandits' skulls. So
Oh, how see dear. You've got those in hand, I see. Good. Good. Sheaths as swords that are still kind of glowing with fire, and you see them actually thrumming through the scabbards a little bit, but still fading.
It's like the same color.
Now, Thickick, I do have to apologize for my harshness earlier. It was a bit of a moment.
Oh,
You understand?
I understand. It's okay. It's okay.
Well, I think that actually may conclude our business here in Northpoint for the time.
Just one question for you. Did you know him? It seems.
I did, actually, yes. He was an old friend at one point, colleague for a time. His name was Ivzarin. He was a Ashlander like myself. Actually, we almost co-founded the Keepers together, he and I, but his thirst for knowledge drove him from the truer callings.
Yes, it drove him into a puddle of lava, it seems.
Eventually, yes.
Can I see how these thief bandits respond to that statement?
They don't seem entirely phased. They're more bent out of shape about the dead guy with the like barbed sword over that way. More demoralized over his death, really, than the other ones.
Barbed sword?
The one that was hacking the shit out of you guys. For
Oh, I kind of want to take that.
Bandit
That looks
leader.
cool.
Yeah, we haven't done loot yet, so that is the thing. It's still there next to his body. He started to go down a path of darker intentions with constant beseeching of Hermamora for greater and more forbidden knowledge. And now to reveal to you the great forbidden knowledge of Northpoint while we're here. It was a silly detour, really. The stones that have to do with the Pankratos word, it's all a hoax. It was a bit of hazing, see if you were up to snuff. My apologies, and I'm sorry that it got this out of hand.
So do we give the stones back to Red Guards? They still seem upset.
The Alakira are actually friends of mine. I had Matur and his companions to sort of shadow this expedition, make sure that we were going on our way, that I could trust you all, and I think after this, clearly I can. So,
You lied to me?
of course I did. It's what I do for a living.
Honestly, I'm just happy to be friends with Alakir.
I would like a copy of my contract, please.
It's back in the inn. Once we deal with this mess, you can get it if you'd like.
I'll set
Can
it.
I,
Let us go. Let it go.
I'm fine. I'm just happy we're not having
By
that
like
kind of
trying to
progress.
tell if this guy has any sort of inflection in his voice, or
Yeah, make an insight check.
mainly I'm just trying to describe how I'm picking it. Sure, how I'm using my insight check. Straight roll 7.
He's very hard to read, but you get by how haggard he looks right now, he's not really holding anything back anymore.
Okay.
You know, he usually does, but right now it does not seem like...
Is this Sam we're talking about?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yep.
Missed that.
It's the most peculiar corpse, you know that? Who eats ice?
Me on a
Tristan does, apparently. Oh, really?
That's what's up.
Okay, I have peculiar quirks then. Did you know? Or just really sensitive teeth. Probably both.
Kinky.
So,
Um,
oh shit.
Back to Monday.
And I've been listening to so much Gogo Bordello at work that like that voice is ingrained into my head on Mondays. I speak like this.
Hello, little children.
This is Tuesday.
You're canon.
Yes. Well, I gotta remember what I was trying to ask.
Channel your inner Owen Wilson.
So Mator, he's one of the members of the Clockwork Wheel as well.
He is, yes.
Ah,
Was.
all right.
Didn't he
No,
almost
no,
kill you?
Mator-
Oh,
Mator's
that's
the
not
regular.
who we killed.
He slashed him across the chest.
Yeah, but he's not gonna let a bunch of fucking pussies in his gang. Initiation, my friend.
All is fair and proof of capability.
Haven't you ever been in a gang before?
It's not a gang. It's
And
just...
it's pretty gang-like.
This seems like a gang. You just tased us to test how tough we are.
Like I said, I need certain assurances that you're up to snuff on those contracts.
Sounds
15,000
like gang
septons
shit.
ahead is quite a lot.
So you had your friends gang up on us.
Oh, these ones? No. These dead folks here, these were not anything to do with me.
You mean they're not acting?
No, they're actually dead.
Thicket just looks with a
I mean-
giant shock on
If they
his
had
face.
nothing to do with you, then why did you hate him so much?
Thicket is very shocked at this information. Look, the Red Guards, those were me. Yes. I hired some of my Hammerfell contacts to shadow the investigation in Northpoint because I did need to be here for, well, that steaming pool of magma over there. And, I didn't think it would end like that, but it's probably for the best. It's a fitting amount of closure for the trouble that he has caused us throughout the years.
Now wait just 1 minute here. Does that mean I'm not getting me ship?
Oh no, you'll still get the ship.
Oh yeah.
Right on you, mate.
Matul's a man of his word.
So are those actually Alakir, or are they just pretending to be Alakir?
Well, they're from the Alakir. That's where I first met them. I'm from Hammerfell, you know.
That makes
I don't
sense.
think all Red Guard are
That makes
Alakir.
sense now.
I mean, maybe they are.
I think
don't know.
that's just a stereotype. Don't.
No, gods no. There's plenty of coastal. There's Dros Micaiahs. There's
I'm
The
still
voice of
covered
the
in
Alakir.
fecal matter. Can we leave?
What?
No, we are asking questions.
yes.
Oh,
She
that's right.
cannonballed into a river
You
of
didn't tell me
sewage.
that.
I've forgotten.
You forgot.
Forgotten.
And then he sniffed in character and kind of
What'd
got
you
that
roll?
weird waft of a hint and was like, "Oh yeah, that's right."
All right, I haven't showered today.
Well, I assume we mean to take these men to the gods. Yes.
Yes.
Good. I can
Mush.
look. I do believe, for what it's worth, that the Thieves Guild's activity here that we encountered was mostly the doing of the magma pools. So I think it's best that we drop these off and get back to the mission, if you're still willing to go.
Just need a shower.
There'll be time for a bath, yes. I'll let you all get rested, and then we'll set off in the morning.
Yeah, I still need to do this so I can go to Black Marsh. So.
Can I raid their pantry? Do they have like a little campfire, like pantry down here?
Yeah, it is still kind of like a roughly
All the
set
cheese
up
wheels.
bandit camp, more or less, that's
Can I
like
just-
set into these ruins.
Can I raid whatever snacks they've got? You know,
Oh, I
food,
covered.
snacks.
Yeah, there's like a game hen on the roasting spit right
I'm
now.
just gonna
That's
take the whole thing.
it's mostly burnt on the bottom side because it looks like we interrupted their mealtime
That's-
sort of deal.
Thicket wouldn't care.
So
It
you have a
melts the
half
cheese
burnt
faster.
game hen.
Okay.
You can make an investigation check for
I'm
less
gonna-
obvious foods
Okay.
and whatnot.
Yeah. I wanna
And
do
if
that.
anybody else wants to start looting bodies, I don't think I gave you guys a gold count at the end of last session
No.
yet. And there's still, you know,
Just
weapons and armor.
Scowling at Samai'el. Senos der TM.
May
wanna
I
wait in line,
go
too.
over and investigate the body of the man that I bashed face in?
Oh, I got a 19 on my investigation check. What food can I pull from these guys?
Fucking Christ.
There's a lot of like seasonings, mostly dried meats, some potatoes. You do find stashed away in one corner a fairly recent caught fish,
I'm just gonna eat all of it. I'm just gonna eat the fish now and take the rest to go.
raw.
Of course.
Okay, make a con check for me. What are you hoping to suss out with this, other than the very obvious fact that half of his skull is taken?
I don't know. I want to see. Can I can that too.
I got a 21 on
just
my
identify him as like an individual, and just like get a feel for
You poor thing.
who he was as a person.
Really, really raggedy looking Breton guy. Looks like he was pulled from, you know, one of the bandit clans that surrounds and then updressed. Actually, you know, the armor doesn't look like it fits him all that well. So it's, you know, one of those good guesses of he was pulled in from one of the very, very numerous raiding parties that has been running around High Rock since Imperial control was faltering for the past 6 years.
Okay. I just want to say like a quick prayer over his passing. That
Make a religion check for me.
Okay.
And you got a 21 on your con save?
Yep.
Okay. You stomach the fish just fine. Yay sushi. Or sashimi.
Fires, damn it. This should be really high. 18.
18. Okay.
Can I give a nod of respect to the melted Dunmer guy?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
So as you look over into the pit, actually, can you make a perception check for me?
That is a 9 plus. That's an 11.
11? Okay. You see just the faintest shimmer of what looks to be a tentacle covered in eyes sliding back down into the pit.
I'm just gonna alert the party to that. Like, there's some Hermaeus Mori going on here.
That sounds Daedric.
It is Daedric. I instinctively pull out my mace and go to
It
investigate.
is.
I'll go investigate too. I want to check this out.
So you're both approaching the pit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, can I try to warn them about this? Can I do a...
You just did.
Oh, yeah.
That's our instinct.
Well, I wanna go on.
Hermamora is not inherently violent from what I remember.
Yeah, that's
Usually,
Clavicus
he's more-
violent.
Okay, so as you
Knowledge
approach the
oriented.
pit, I need both of you to make a charisma saving throw for me.
Okay.
I don't have disadvantage on those anymore.
It's gonna be a 14.
Same.
2 14s?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, as you are approaching the pit, you find yourselves looking back at the party. And you're walking back towards the party, even though you thought you were walking towards the pit.
Oh, right. That's.
What does the party see?
They see you guys walk towards the pit, do a real sharp about face, and start walking the other way without missing really any kind of beat. So it's actually a very unnatural motion that you make, where you like literally like pivot mid-air and keep stepping.
I'm gonna, facing away from the pit, gust myself backwards and like force myself backwards.
Okay, as you get
Can
15 feet away from the pit, make another charisma saving
Can I
throw,
try to
please.
interrupt that?
I mean, it's a wall of wind. You'd probably just get pushed.
Well, I just
like-
want to catch her, is the thing. I want to, like, try to catch her, not let her...
I think we're a little too far away
Oh, okay.
for that.
I want to try and force myself towards this because.
Crit fail.
Same deal. You
Great.
like
You need
the
to not have cups.
the
Is that
gust
cup's empty?
pushes you
Let's put cups off the table.
5 feet
On the
towards the
ground.
pit, and then you just kind of right back the other way.
Well, I don't like this at all.
Get like creepy tingly crawlies over my back and just
So what's in the pit? Something that doesn't want us to go to the pit.
something that we probably shouldn't be.
I mean, could I make an Arcana check to figure out like? I mean, I probably know what this is specifically.
Any input from you, Zelzich?
I'm still glowering at him.
I'm pissed. I am
Whatever.
pissed.
Wait, just a quick lore question.
But he
If you're-
doesn't deserve the fuck you.
If you're dumb enough, would Hermaeus Mora not have any effect on you if you're just too stupid to, like...
No, he'd have
Driven
actually even
insane.
more sway over you because he could just completely devour your mind almost in his presence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so I'm actually probably very
She's
sick.
giving she's giving the disapproving grandmother stare like.
He's the Daedric Prince of what?
He's forbidden,
Forbidden
knowledge.
knowledge.
Forbidden knowledge. okay.
Basically just like Lovecraft. It's
Also,
Definitely.
fate is his realm.
So I'm guessing I could at least kind of figure out what this is.
I mean, based on what Thickick described as the tentacle and your little book of arcane wonders there, you are pretty sure Hermaeus Mora is something to do. And, you know, Sam did just kind of name bomb him in relation to the man that was...
Well, I mean, I don't think
In the
Elsa's
magma.
really needed to read up on Daedra too much, so I'd probably start reading up on Hermaeus Mora.
Okay, I still want to leave. Take a bath. Cool.
Oh,
So I'm
and
gonna continue walking away. as I was
don't forget
pushed
the
to walk
prisoners.
away.
We bring our prisoners with us.
Of course.
Or much
okay.
them.
So as you
just
start
gonna
to
walk away reading
leave
it.
the cavern, you kind of make your way across, and as you approach the singular exit that you came from, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yeah. Assuming you're leading the way
I thought
out.
you said Christmas.
Yeah, 17.
17?
Mhm.
Again, the force pushes you back and away, and you find yourself walking back down the little jaunt of hill, back into the cavern.
I'm gonna look up in my book everything about Hermaeus Mora, because I'm also gonna pull up the page that I got into. Because there was like a specific summon word, I think.
Okay.
So we could talk to him
wait.
directly.
I'm gonna try to leave.
Okay.
And if the same thing happens to me,
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow into the pit.
Into the pit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to leave.
Okay, that's going to be a charisma saving throw.
11.
Same deal. You start walking out and walk straight back into the cavern.
And do I like feel anything like in my mind or anything? Or I'm just
Nothing that's like really brushing at your consciousness so much as just like you're trying to walk one way and then all of a sudden you're not.
all right. Well, yeah, something's definitely fucking with us.
I have no blessings left.
And I'm gonna shoot an arrow into
Into the pit. Okay. As the arrow comes downwards, the black tentacle covered in eyes reaches out and bats it out of the air. And you see kind of a wall forming of these interlocking tentacles and this black mire blocking the pathway that leads outwards and rising up out of the pit
Sam?
on like a wrapped about in a tentacle, a single massive eye that is
what the
like
fucking fuck?
I'm gonna try and.
almost oozing darkness.
Can I
All
make
my
a
attention is
Wait,
back.
can I make a charisma roll real fast?
To do what?
I just want to say hello to it.
I did made it.
I mean, you can
I
just say
didn't
hello
make
to
it.
it.
Okay, I would like to do a polite little wave to or even a bow, no, a polite bow to it. Just a very formal, courtly thing.
Get up, mortal.
I'm still trying to read. Is my book pulling up anything? I'm actually curious because I know.
And that. It reaches over, grabbing the book out of your hands and snaking it back away from you down into the pit.
Not that bad.
That is mine.
I mean, technically it's mine, but I also stole it from the Thalmor, so it was theirs, and then it was theirs whoever it was before that, so probably yours.
Shut up. And you find your jaw is like clenched right now. You can make a Constitution saving throw against that if you wish.
16.
I didn't mean it.
Did you?
The arrow Kenneth comes whipping back at you at incredible speeds, zips right past your ear, close enough to actually like brush your hair with the
Fletching.
Yep, that's it, fletching. And the eye turns its focus on you, kind of snaking further out of the pit. You are strong, Kenneth Garrett.
Like,
Well, that's quite unsettling. How do you know me there?
I know.
It's not. What should I refer to you as?
I believe your people call me the Woodland Man. Hermaeus Mora. Fate itself.
I'm going to turn my attention.
Yeah, I believe I've heard of you. Name rings a bell.
go ahead.
I'm going to turn my attention back to Samai'el and just be like, what did you do?
I did nothing. It was okay. Yes, I did kill his acolyte over there. But shit.
So this is
Well, I apologize for the violence, friend. Had you just, let us leave like we were intending, there would have been no need for such rude introductions on my part. I apologize.
I have lost a set of eyes on the Mundus, thanks in part to the actions of the
He's nervous. He's speaking to a Daedric prince.
So it was in character?
Did I say? Oh, okay. That's what I missed.
It was so
Just
obvious.
hope that it misses. Everybody roll for con saves.
Not in character.
Okay. Now I know where I am. Thanks in no part to this Dunmer beside us. And you, I am short knowings.
You did just get a book.
It was mine to begin with, tiny cleric of Stendar.
What kind of information you looking for? We know things. There's plenty of us. Collectively, we probably know what you're looking for.
He's not interested in more knowledge. He's interested in an acolyte. One to replace the one he's lost.
Well,
You show surprising insight.
I'm gonna
Marcia.
mold earth on the ground in front of him. Yeah, she's with us. Mold earth can write words in ground.
A tentacle just kind of wipes it away and takes the dirt and hands it to you.
He's chosen.
I offer a choice. Take my book back. Continue to add to it. The book lands back on the ground in
I
between
grab it.
you all.
Or, I mean,
You may leave the book and stay here until you die.
I am absolutely taking
Wait,
the book
can I
back.
do just do like a quick thing? Has my character, would it have been possible for him to have read Darkest Darkness? To just know what Hermaeus Mora is, basically?
Yeah, I'll say.
Okay, in that case. Alright. Okay. I just need to think, because, like, yeah, deals with these guys don't ever go good, so.
Good deal with the devil.
Well, it's a guaranteed death or a deal with a danger. Which one do you choose? I choose a chance at life. It's the only way.
The eyeball starts to back into the pit of magma, which you see is rapidly cooling with like a preternatural source of frost coming up out of the ground that's kind of like leaving jagged spikes of steam that are actually crystallizing mid-air, and then it's gone and your jaw unlocks.
So,
We have to take the book.
look, we just write some things. Whatever if he offers you knowledge, do not take it. Just write down some useless things, and we go on with our lives.
Book.
That's a perfect way to piss off a Daedra.
I
He wants
think
us
that
to
for
add
once, though, actually,
more
given the
knowledge.
wording of the slimy bastard's deal, Thickick might have it there. That's not bad, actually.
Don't
Write some, whatevers in it, because that's all that he asked for is
Just-
knowings. Use it as a diary.
don't write in my book. My book is special.
Oh, clearly it's not your book, it's his.
It's been my book up until this point, so I don't care.
We just write about a daily life. Just write something you do every day. Write it in once per day as a rule. Everyone contributes 1 entry per day.
Talk about your battle history.
Well, I've needed a spell book, so I guess
If he wants to know everything, he will know everything.
I've needed a spell book because I don't have one, so I could do that.
Oh, Dear, I know you have your misgivings, but unless you can get Stendar to come and move those tentacles for us. Didn't think so.
Alright, Thickick will pick up the book
Oh,
and write the first entry.
She already.
Yeah,
grabbed
this
it.
is
I'll
the
say
book.
grab
Oh, that's the book? Oh.
This is the book. That's what I've been using this for.
Right. Well, let's let this skittery little high elf keep a hold of it, since she seems so keen to keep a hold of it.
It has
Yes, that should scare you, actually, darling. Well, I think we need to get out of here now-ish. Let's try the door, shall we? Arcia, you first.
Wisdom saving throw, I'm assuming.
Wait. Can I just suggest, like, should we just, like, write in the book first and then try to leave to, like, not
So I'm guessing the bandits
upset
are
him?
still here as well.
Oh yeah, they saw this and we're just like.
Does anybody smell anything? Smell bad.
It smelled bad this entire time, honestly.
This is worse.
Fresh.
Not anything
Yeah.
I'm already smelling already.
Oh, Ossia definitely tastes it.
Yeah, can I suggest to the party we write in the book before we leave?
You may certainly suggest that.
Let's say
I'm
everyone
just
writes-
gonna try to leave on my own without writing anything down.
Charisma saving throw.
Sort of figured. 7.
Okay. Samai'el and the Clockwork Wheel are dicks.
Yeah, that's probably information that he already knows, but go ahead, try it. Alright, I'll go this time. Shane walks through.
Next.
No,
You already wrote something.
Yeah.
fine.
Thicket will go
I'll take
next.
the book with me.
Charisma saving throw.
Yep. 7.
As you try again, you see Sam on the other side, and then a mire of darkness comes around it, and you turn around and walk back again.
Oh well, I saw something this time, so that's
Yes.
Can Thicket write his entry?
Go ahead.
All right. It just wants to say, just kind of a
Don't actually write.
yeah, no, I know. Basic detail of the day. Say, woke up, went and told about my dealings with the armory and everything, how I bought the food, detailing the fight as best I could, at least detailing the fight from his perspective specifically, like everything he did, and just some basic opinions, a kind of a human element to it as much as possible. Try to keep it very first person, but still pretty objective.
Okay.
And then he periods it, signs it, dates it, closes it, and hands it to Kenneth next.
Oh.
Okay.
Who then Thicket attempts to leave.
You pass through, no problem.
Kenneth writes down the sheet music for the Indiana Jones theme song.
All right.
I'm gonna take a little bit, but gotta write the lines and everything. But yeah, and then I'm gonna try.
Are you done yet?
This is all on empty pages, right? We're not writing over text that's already there.
You notice that when you tried to turn back into it, it was completely empty.
Okay, good. Else it would have an aneurysm otherwise.
Do I need to make a save or anything when I go to leave?
You do not.
Wait, so the book doesn't have anything in it anymore.
Not at the moment.
Other than what we're writing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Y'all are writing.
I'm just going to write down in it, I died today. Dead inside.
As you try to leave, make a charisma save.
Great, thanks. 0.
Okay.
0. 0. 0.
Now you know how it feels.
I rolled a 2 and I -2.
Is that like you walk, but somehow made it even more awkward?
Tripped over your own
I
tail.
just looked in that direction and then just kind of sat down. Not knowingly, I didn't know I sat down, but suddenly I'm like,
Sam's over here try giving it, knowledge that it wouldn't have. Hermaeus Mora sees these mortal coil sorts of things, but he doesn't always have the mortal perspective. He doesn't know certain musics, apparently. Good job, Kanan. Wow.
It's oh god, I keep wanting to talk. It's just a score from your own country. God, I keep wanting to say it's a score from my home country.
I'm gonna write down.
Before you do that,
Oh
grab your hand, put my hand in your hand, and
No.
grab the pencil,
no.
and then have you write whatever you were going to write with my hand. And I'm closing my eyes and looking away.
Stendar is so hot. OMG, I wish he'd marry me. And take the pencil back.
Awesome. You can go ahead and try to leave.
I will.
Make your charisma saving throw.
I have no idea what he wrote, so 18.
Nah.
Still stuck.
What?
Great. Okay.
It's a high DC.
In the
Yeah,
meantime,
yeah,
It's
IDC,
probably impossible for me to actually get through.
I'm going to
to
write down
Yeah.
the names of Elset's siblings that were all magically erased thanks to the Thalmor.
What did you write?
I thought you.
You were able to leave.
Great. I'll throw the book back to.
The two of us that are still stuck here.
No, because those two are still stuck.
No, they're not. They're
We're
at the
actually
end
Oh,
of
right.
ship.
Yeah, you guys
We're
are
at
even
the
out. I
bottom.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'll
Can Thicket turn
I'm
on
not-
Asia and try to just get her to write something? Alright.
You have sightline.
Okay, I have sightline.
I mean, I'll
You just
I'll
do what
throw
he
the
says.
book back.
You're not really helping him. It doesn't matter. Look, you're a priestess of standard. You want to help people, this is how you help people. You have to exit the cave to help people.
The Dawnbreaker is a boat that can shift in and out of
It won't save you here.
planes
It's a
and
dangerous
space
prince.
and time.
Samai'el's nothing compared to the tentacle monster.
You don't know what he's writing.
And that's what I write.
You don't know.
The
You don't
Dawn
know what he's
Strider is a shifting boat thing.
Yes, that uses soul gems.
I mean, I
Transition
couldn't find the
We're all
Dawn Strider in that
adults
book
for a second.
originally.
Correct. As you try to leave, you are able to. Zalzich, what are you trying to write in that black book?
I'm not creative tonight.
You're old enough, you can probably bullshit a story or two.
Probably right.
I mean, not with that charisma.
Exactly. I don't blame. No,
something
I'm
from
going
long, long
to
ago.
write in the book. I lost my note.
Do your teeth cleaning ritual. Your daily
Dear
teeth cleaning.
diary. No, I'm gonna write. I call Samai'el Kuda Deek because he doesn't know it means little idiot. That's what I write. in the book.
Okay. You are able to leave.
Yay, book! Book! My book is back! I opened my book. Let's go. What's in my book?
Nothing.
Damn it. No, book!
Wait, not even
Neither
the
are any of the entries that you put in.
Oh yeah, I figured those were getting erased as soon as we wrote
Why does
them.
it have so many pages at this point then?
Because it's
Because that was the size of the book in the first place.
yeah,
Well,
and
book
the
size change.
it's basically kind of like a bag of holding, but book. Well, it was now. Fucking,
Book of holding.
Yeah, exactly. But now it's
Yeah.
all fucked up. 'cause
I
y'all-
was
y'all
gonna
wanna
ask if we
piss
could
on
make
people.
another deal with Hermaeus Moro to make the thing lighter, but that's a bad idea.
It's 10 pounds. It's my
his
book.
Let him
I
carry
will
his book.
beat you with my 10-pound book.
Oh boy. Okay. Fighting words.
Okay, so you all make your way back out of the sewers.
And not going through any of the ways that we know there are big spiders.
Massive spiders.
Yeah, I don't have any more.
This,
We don't have any more spell
left,
slots.
and jump over the. I'm not even gonna try to jump over. I'm submerging back in that slush and walking.
But you're
and
submerging.
pulling.
You find that it's only like up to your thighs, really. It's just that you happen to fall straight onto your back, and you're really mad about that fact now.
Yep. Oh, I'm aware.
All right, so you pass out of the sewers with little incidents. Passing off the guys, I'm gonna just chalk up to an extra, say, 25 gold in your hands.
Great.
Don't forget the cheese.
I was gonna.
And the oh yeah, the cheese I hid away. Can we unpack the cheese that
Yeah.
it's stashed?
Easy enough.
stashed in the-
It's still there.
all right.
Find the cheese.
Even my this is cheese, do not steal.
No, because you use Molderth again.
Oh right, that only lasts an hour. Or no, because you can have 3 up to one time.
But it doesn't really last for an hour, correct?
Yeah. So
So there was
that was
a 25 gold bounty on those guys.
Yeah, more for just apprehending known ne'er-do-wells, but
Gotcha.
not much of a bounty standing.
Right. But I mean, like,
Yeah, you got 25 gold for turning them in.
I'm down with 25 gold.
And it's more than what
Beggars
I
can't be choosers, Asya.
I took the gold, by the way.
2.
I have it.
It's
So
2.
Oh, we leveled up last time.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't
Okay,
done
we
it.
have to complete a long rest first, anyways.
Yeah.
Truth.
So once we go take a nap and Asya gets a bath.
Yeah, I'm going straight to
The inn?
the. God, why can't I remember the name of this thing?
The docks. No, that's the bar.
Seabreeze Inn.
Seabreeze Inn. That's it. There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Walk up and look at Annabelle and Bath.
Okay, we all
Oh,
long
you
rest.
pulled it. Yeah, we'll get one drawn for you.
Thank you.
That's wow.
Just ask them. I
Can
don't
you
want to talk
take
about
the armor off outside and then?
it. Of course.
Yes. Yep. Thank you.
Down with the hose.
We don't have those.
Does anyone have create water?
An elephant.
I do, but I don't have spells.
Yeah. Thickic will help her wash the armor with a brush.
Okay. While Asia's
She needs help on this.
while
Thank you.
Asia's taking her bath, Thickic is scrubbing down the armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 5 gold pieces for doing that.
Aw.
We're at the end, right? You guys are all at the end now?
Yes. So we are now all loose
Pungent
back in.
odor.
You see the 5 of them all coming back, reeking of shit and gore. Asia, like, covered in the stuff, head to toe kind of deal.
Yep.
And looking all pretty haggard. Even the swaggering idiot of a leader that y'all have, Samai'el, is looking a little bit defeated for the day.
What the hell happened to you guys?
My book disappeared. Or, well, it didn't disappear. It's just empty now.
Samai'el
That's
got
enough.
us into some trouble.
Not
Sewers.
surprised. When does
We
he
went
Face
looking
first.
for the Thieves Guild down in the sewers.
Did you guys know
We found them.
that all of this has been like a hoax so far?
It was a test. First off.
It was a hoax.
He lied to us.
Okay.
Test.
I'm
No,
going
you
with
know when
hoax.
you're getting tested. You don't know when you're getting bruised.
Yes, that was the point of it. It's trust. It's a trust exercise.
Well, and how are we supposed to trust you after?
No, you're not.
You haven't given us one reason to trust you this entire time.
Money.
I'd call that more of a
Incentive.
Collateral.
the incentive. That's very good.
Incentive is trust in my business, unfortunately. I just killed one of my old best friends today, so you'll forgive me for not seeing it your way.
It's called karma.
Yeah, that was your own choice there.
Yeah, I think you did that to yourself.
I did.
You didn't have to do anything, and you chose to kill your old best friend.
He deserved it.
Yeah, well then don't complain to us that you lost him.
It still feels odd. It was closure, but closure sucks.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Look, you all think what you will. I'm off to bed, and then tomorrow to Oradon.
Can you fix my book?
Oh, wait. So what are you actually
No.
having us doing if you told us everything? So the quest is that the hoax too?
No, that's still on.
That's fine. I mean, you can pay. But we are still going to Ardon, but God knows what awaits us there. The whole Thieves Guild thing, it was a setup.
No, that was actually an investigation. I've told you, you've got the double cross backwards. The Red Guards that were chasing me. Those.
The
They're
one
friends.
that cut off Kenneth!
Apparently, he caught him by surprise, and it was a whole ordeal.
But wait, so that wasn't supposed to happen?
No, I had no clue you'd go snooping around the docks.
Oh yes, the ship is following us. We're not gonna go investigate it when it parks right next door to us. That's just dumb idiot.
I didn't know it was parked here. I thought they'd pulled off earlier.
I almost went and set their ship on fire.
That would have been bad for you.
No.
Wait, but fortune teller? Did you guys they kill?
Oh no, we just paid them off.
I'll play dead.
Thieves Guild was still the Thieves Guild. Even
Yes.
if they were on the same side.
The Thieves Guild was still the Thieves Guild, and they were bought off by somebody else, who I then killed. So now it's all evens.
How odd.
Was the encounter in Lemon Drop Alley?
Back in the alley? No, that was completely not anything that I wanted to do.
Thickic is
Can I
shocked
actually?
again.
Actually, I'm gonna write down this whole convoluted series of double cross and triple cross in the book,
Okay.
as Elset understands it.
Elset's gonna become a warlock.
Okay.
Book of Shadows.
Best-selling novelist.
This plot, as haywire as it is, probably worth selling novelist, more like. Look, simple version. I asked my friend Mator and a couple of his buddies from the Alakia Desert that associate with my business from time to time to shadow us and put up a little bit of a test of loyalty to see who was willing to sell me out. Yes, I have a lot of money. Nobody sold me out, so you're in good. The Thieves Guild and that bastard of Zarin, they were actually here, and I did mean to chase them out of town, which we did, in a rather permanent matter.
Nick interrupts. I think we chased him into oblivion itself.
That wasn't Oblivion. I've been. It's surprisingly boat-shaped.
It's more of an
Hermamora has a
for
plane
sending him to hell
in
by
Oblivion,
killing him.
and
Also
he's
doesn't
Hermamora
matter.
now, so...
I was totally gonna sell him now.
Sam doesn't know that. He thinks that you were going to play the triple cross.
I totally was. We just needed to get a copy of those stones from you, and everything would have been all set.
But that's all set.
Exactly. Everything would have been great.
I have already ascended the staircase and put myself in a tub of clean water.
Thickik would like to get the brush he was cleaning the armor with to just clean himself now.
I mean, that's more just how...
I mean, after rinsing it like once or twice, putting some soap on, lathering himself
It's like,
just in
what's
the
supposed to
alley.
Elsa probably
wait,
would have
so
run
With
I
his
was-
complete and utter lack of armor or clothes because he's now topless.
Yeah, just
I'm just
shimmering.
gonna point this out. Alcia was okay with walking across the bar completely naked because she had to drop
She
her
wasn't
stuff.
naked. She's got clothes on.
She,
Yeah.
she had to drop the armor. and
Yeah,
stuff like
the
that.
armor was outside, but not like my robes and vestments and that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, Thickik is shimmering in the alley.
I think the
No,
armor
I
is more the fact that it's like...
I have plate armor now.
Oh, look at you being all grown up.
Yeah, spent a third of my contract money forwarded to me, and I went and bought plate armor. So now my armor class is like 20.
Nice.
And now she's a walking cowbell.
Yep.
Right. Well, if you're all done questioning me for the night, I have some other business to attend to and some good friends to send packing. So, adieu. Sam heads back out into Northpoint, leaving you all in the inn.
Thickik would just like to practice and go to bed.
After bathing in the alley.
So I guess
Bathing,
none of us are getting
brushing
any
in the
rest
alley.
then.
Yeah, you rub that anime shirt.
After Elsa takes a bath, she's just gonna spend however long until she falls asleep just opening, being disappointed, and closing the book. Until she eventually passes out.
Make an Arcana check.
14.
Still blank.
Great.
Oh, actually, there's one thing I want to try with the book. Thickik wants to detail his practice log, just kind of go into pretty good detail about what he was practicing and stuff, but on a separate sheet of paper, and then dangle it over the book.
While Elsa's asleep, because she's not letting you touch the book anyway.
Well, he wants to ask Elsa. Elsa to do that.
Sure.
Alright,
Cool.
so I've written a diary entry, but on a separate sheet of paper. I want to hold it above the book, see what happens.
Mass of tentacles covered in eyes snatches the paper and pulls it into the book.
As I thought. Alright, now he goes to bed.
Okay.
I was cold.
Anybody else need to do
Wait,
anything?
we can use that as like a weapon, maybe.
I'm just
Use it to
going
snatch
to.
other
I'm going to go to my
Or
room
people that know stuff.
and I'm going to take out that scroll that's like a direct line to mature. And I'm going to just pretty much be like, so, you know, I hear you're in cahoots with Sam. You know, is this information true, or is he trying to play us, basically?
Okay, so the first message you get back reads, he's definitely playing you. Keep your cover. And be crafty because he knows. something is up.
Okay.
And then not 10 minutes later, another one comes back. Damn it, never mind. Just talked with Sam.
Dude.
Oh darn! I was gonna think like
Wait.
maybe we should like try to throw
Wait.
Sam into the book.
Put the note to my book.
No, don't do that! Don't do that! No. That's
The
such a
scroll,
bad
the magical scroll.
Yeah.
No.
No.
You're in bed.
Yeah, I'm alone in my bedroom.
Fine. That'd be interesting.
And then I'm just gonna be like, this is all writing, so I can speak in my normal voice. And I'm just gonna be like, so, I'm sure, you can understand the situation we're in now, to where we don't know if we can trust you, and why, money's not a thing for me. Why would we do business with someone that we don't feel that we can trust?
You get back first a doodle of Sam's hat, rendered in incredible detail for how tiny this little slip of paper is. And then a follow-up message, go check the harbor before you leave.
Okay.
No, it's
He took it back.
I'll just like, we'll check. I'll put like a little check mark and say we'll do.
Okay.
GTG, BRB.
Not breaking up with you, just need some time apart.
Alright, Aurora, Sarah? Do you want to kick the 7 dwarves out of your room finally, or...?
She's like, I'm going on out again.
Yeah.
No, she's too sore for that. She's like, nope.
Okay.
She kind of dismissed them after they helped them at the docks because for the harbor with the boat. And now she's just sitting there stewing about the information that Samai'el is a fucking liar like she thought he was.
I think we're... Sarah?
I'm just gonna go to bed. Just ready to get on with the adventure.
Yeah, let's do this.
Bells each?
Bed.
Okay. Wake up in the morning,
Feeling like P Diddy.
feeling stronger.
Whoa. Feeling like I can't die in one hit now.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, go level 2.
I'm gonna thank Stendar for his
Take
blessings.
a 5-minute break so you can level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna take a quick break so that everybody can get their levels onto paper.
This low key sounds really shitty, but only the ones that were at last session leveled up, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, sorry.
guys.
It's just...
Unfortunately,
I don't get any points for doing nothing.
your adventure with the 7 dwarves.
I don't
did not
get
give you
power
experience.
through osmosis.
That's me.
We'll give you,
No, I know,
a
but I was talking to you.
We will be
participation.
right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So we got our levels taken care of where appropriate, and we are starting up after a long rest.
Nap time.
So it is bright and early in the morning, cracking on sort of thing. Start with Zalzich.
Why?
Do you not want to start?
I told you it was going to be on the boat.
Okay. Then anybody else? Does anybody else have anything to do?
I mean, just besides regular morning routines like quick
I'm
breakfast.
check in with Thicket and
Yeah, head down.
get the armor and everything.
I'll head down to the actual docks, like I was instructed to.
Down to the harbor. Okay.
Alsset's waiting until we.
My allergies are really bad. I'll say that. Like my eyes are like really puffy for some reason.
Okay. So you're kind of stumbling down with Kenneth.
Yeah. There's lots of pollen in the air right now.
Am I also stumbling down in the morning?
Why would you be, Asia?
I'm just saying, it's first thing in the morning.
Yeah, make a dex save.
Yay! 11.
Oh my god.
You just barely managed to catch that. Like you kind of like hit the corner of the stair and slide down onto your heel real heavy, and just like that.
Like when you're dreaming and you take a step and you
Next step.
like, huh!
Or just like me in my daily life because I'm a klutz.
Accurate.
Have you ever like been taking a step and you miss a stair, or like you think there's a stair there and there's not, and then you're like, huh?
I'm gonna pack up all my stuff and kind of like half sleepwalk, carrying my book to the ship.
Okay. So Kenneth and Zalzich are the first ones down to the harbors together, doing their buddy thing. And you do see that red guard slip that's still moored off, and there's a man, another of the red guards that you can see from the distance, standing by it, hand on his hips, and he kind of sees you two and waves you over.
Did you make a friend?
We will walk over.
Okay, it's as mature, you realize as you get close.
Yeah, Tor, how are you? How you been?
Good, how are you, Kenneth?
Doing
Sorry
very well.
for the missing accent. Bit of a ruse, and I do apologize for
Oh, shit, I just realized that he was talking different.
leading you astray on that. It's... Sam pays good. But I do mean to make good on my part of this.
Is your name still Matul?
Oh, yeah, I didn't lie about that. Come on. This ship is yours. If you want to sail along the Dong Strider while out on business, feel free. Otherwise, I will keep it for you in Stros Mackay, where I personally make port, so that you can take sail on the Dawn Strider without having to worry about... Well, her name is Ophelia, but she's your ship now, and you can rename her as you see fit.
Can you put that in your inventory? Shit.
Ophelia! Does-he-philia?
Okay.
That was bad, I'm sorry.
It was.
And I'm just gonna...
It could have gone better.
Leave the
Like-
puns to the bard.
I just am imagining that his hand, like, Mator's hands are down by his side, and I'm just like, I'm reaching down and grabbing his hand, and I'm shaking it, like, vigorously.
Tor, you're a man if you would. Thank you very much.
Just ecstatic. What color sails are we currently? Is it currently flying?
Just white, standard canvas.
Cool. We'll probably have to go and pick up some different sails
Some dyes.
eventually. Yeah, but done.
Campaign is over.
I've won D&D for my character. Wow. Okay. Well, I am wondering if it would make. Yeah. No, we're going back to Orden. My hometown's Orden. I'm gonna sail our ship.
You're gonna sail.
Yeah, I'm gonna sail the Apollo.
Apollo.
Ophelia.
Oh, I've renamed the ship.
Oh. Hollow. I like it.
That didn't take long.
So do we need to get like a sun behind us that we sail around with everywhere?
That'd be actually pretty cool. Yeah, no, we will need to get some dyes eventually, but we don't need to take care of that right now.
Well,
You need people to crew the ship.
I would imagine you guys would roll with.
it is a 5-man boat, so you do need at least more crew than just me. The rest are heading by land back to Hammerfell. Glad I could make your day. Or week or month or whatever.
Life, honestly.
But, like I said, it is a 5-man boat, so you would need a few extra hands than you've got based on what Stonestrad is going to need for its crewing. But, if you want, we can rig it up to its wake and you can keep aboard and just drop anchor as needed, more or less. And it's yours for the taking.
So wait, like, I'm just going to be towed along? Is that what you say?
Pretty much. Unless you want to try and convince some of these guys to sail with.
Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for them to get down to the docks. Or to the port or whatever.
Show of hands, who has proficiency in water vehicles?
Let me look.
You don't. You do not.
Can I?
Wait,
I'm a jack of all trades on this, though.
Nope.
That's just skills.
That's
Oh,
skill
damn it.
I'm pretty sure sailors are the only things in the game that actually get that.
And pirates.
Nope, I don't have it.
True.
I could bring along my 7 adores.
Actually, that'd be kind of fun. You
Yeah,
should.
we could-
Actually,
yeah,
I'm
actually
good
go
with
get
that.
them.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if there's no way that I could,
Persuasion
like,
check.
you know, over time, you know, teach these guys how to man a ship or something
You
like that.
can over time, but this is one of those things, like, even to get out of this harbor, it takes a crack crew. And
I mean, you remember how troublesome it was getting in.
For sure. I just
with
And
the
we have-
magic boat.
Yeah, we have a magic boat.
It wasn't magic at the time because Rennie said "fuck you."
I will endeavor to assist Kenneth, but I will warn him aforehand that I will not be of much help.
No, don't even worry. So we're gonna get towed along. Do you does the rest of the party need to be on the Dawn Strider during all this, helping out?
No, they can be pretty much
Okay.
wherever.
Well, then,
And it's pretty easy to cross between the two if they're, moored.
Tighten up.
well, I'll let them know all of this when they get back down. But I'm thinking maybe that I could take some time while we're sailing or whatever to just familiarize everyone and myself with the ship and
The Apollo.
some things.
Sure.
But yeah, let's. You guys do what you gotta do.
Wine stop being.
I'm an early riser, and I have my bag of holding all packed up.
No
And-
hangover this
Bag of
morning.
beer holding.
Keg!
It's like literally the only thing that fits inside of it.
I mean, I put my axe in there too,
Once we get that
I'm ready to go
everlasting
too,
jug.
so I'll follow her down to the docks.
Yeah, Thickic just wants to make sure our priestess and sorcerer are ready to go too, because they're the only thing that can probably keep him alive in a battle. So he wants to make sure they're okay.
Excuse
Right.
you,
Your
I am
insurance
perfectly
You cleaned my armor. I've got my armor, and I guess
Alset's honestly,
Wearing
she's still
it down.
half asleep. She's probably wandering the wrong way by the time they find her.
Were you heading towards the docks in the wrong direction?
Probably.
Ooh,
Mhm.
the building that he blew up.
Funny you should mention that.
Oh no!
Yep.
I forgot about that.
As Alset is wandering the streets unattended without her hat of disguising,
Oh,
or
no.
hat of face covering, more.
Does she at least have clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I have clothes.
Not even the bloody potato sacks anymore.
Yeah, no,
proper
they're actually
clothes.
nice clothes.
You hear heavy plate metal footsteps coming your way.
And it's not us. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like all shit.
It's not even how it's pronounced. Fuck. Can I outrun? Oh, actually, yes, I can outrun these guys. I'm gonna pull out my staff
Okay.
A blade sing.
Okay.
Because I just need a one-handed weapon. I don't specifically need a sword.
Okay.
My walking speed increases by 10 feet. I start running.
Okay. So yeah, you are able to outrun them.
She just fucking off.
As you are exiting the tavern and heading back down towards the harbor, you see All Set tearing ass down the street, closely followed by now 4 guards.
Where's Arbjorn?
Arbjorn has been in the ship.
Gotcha.
He was helping Rennie with loading everything up, getting the cargo put away, and he's
Gotcha.
already been boarded.
I look at the rest of the group. Should I try to charm them?
They could degrees.
Is Ashley getting flustered?
I'm not having any part of this.
I mean, Elsa's just Sonic.
We're all down at the docks.
You two are.
Okay, you guys aren't. The rest of the party.
They were making their way
way.
down.
Okay.
And we see.
Making my way
And
to the
has
docks.
she run past us yet?
Yeah, basically it was like as you were coming out of the inn, she's
I'm running about like 12 feet a
And
second.
there's how many guards following her?
4.
Yeah, I'm running like 12 feet a second, just like gone.
I mean, we better run after her.
You're a Breton, right?
Yeah, am I? No.
Yes.
Am I? Are we the same?
You're Breton.
We're Breton.
How much shorter is she than me?
Oh,
Five.
much. Like a
Yeah.
solid.
I'm 5'4", so
I kind of look at you, and then I kind of look at you, and I go,
please don't pick me up.
"We'd get there a lot faster."
We speak of this to
I'm
nobody.
already walking towards the boat and the docks.
I pick her up
Just
underneath
ignoring
my.
it, walking on down.
Well, I'm in plate armor, so I'm just gonna take my time.
I basically do what Thicket did to Lassie on top of my shoulders and start running.
Okay.
I'm so embarrassed.
How much gear are you carrying right now? And I know you're never supposed to ask a girl this. How much do you weigh with your gear included?
Weight carried 111.
Okay.
Jesus.
And you're probably like 110 wiry muscle build at 5'4".
I've got it here. 120.
120.
She's a tank.
Okay. So you're currently carrying 250 pounds on your back. What's your strength?
My strength is an 18 plus 4. So.
Okay. So you're able to move at half speed.
Okay.
So
Faster, my ass.
I'm actually outpacing you.
My walking, jogging more.
This is not working. Just put me down.
I set you down annoyed and start huffing.
Can
I huff off too, but I'm not making eye contact.
Can Thicket make a performance check? He wants to do a casual, but I want to see how good I can do that.
So sure, impress the
Do it.
guard.
No. Just to do a casual whistle, as if I'm not doing anything, kind of whistle.
What? As you're tearing down the street.
I'll just
walk
over.
That's a great.
2 of the guards notice you and now sprint over to you. Hey, you.
What do you roll?
Seen you walking with that sorceress little thing with the high elfiness to it. You in with it?
Thicket's gonna use his superior speed to say maybe, and then just
Actually, Thicket's as fast as Elsa.
Thicket's just going for it.
When Elsa's blitzing.
Yeah, he's mega fast.
Tearing off at Jamaican speed. Hyper focus.
Full runnings!
Just sprinting down to the docks.
Yeah, and like he just wants to book it. He's going full stride.
Alright then.
Alright. So that's them 3 headed down to the docks. Are you also
Yeah.
running down?
Yeah, we're following after him.
Okay.
We start running, noticing that those
Okay.
two are starting.
So then you're all running. He's the only one walking.
Oscar's
like,
walking down.
Wait, is it like
Screw it.
is it
I
a normal
stopped
walk
for
or
a
is this
mo-
like a power walk?
It's like a jog. Assuming it's like the full.
I am walking with purpose.
I stop for a moment, seeing that you're not actually with the group, and I go back and I pick you up and I put you on my shoulder.
You are now carrying 290 pounds
Damn
on your
it!
shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, with your armor. I'm like,
I just don't try. Don't try.
then run.
It's like you can do it. You can easily just like,
Easy.
but moving with that is like that's
I can
another
just
thing.
imagine me just going into a rage to book it.
Yeah, you can absolutely rage. It
Oh
won't
my
do
God.
anything to like enhance your
God.
speed, but that gives you that extra push over. Just, get you on my shoulder so good.
We're just wasting our abilities right now.
Yeah,
Mine's
I'm
on
like,
short rest.
I set Asia back down. I was like, you need to run.
Why? I haven't broken the law. I have no reason to run.
By the way, are you
We'll
guys
get
gonna
there.
take
We are
the
in
straight
danger.
elevator
We are
down,
no longer reason to
or are
live.
you gonna take the stairs?
I mean, I'd assume Thicket's too stupid to like look for the elevator. You're just going for the
The
stairs.
elevator?
I'm assuming that I've been walking this whole
There's a
time.
big like
There's an
cargo
elevator?
elevator.
That
On the
I've
dock
made it about
area?
halfway.
No, on the harbor, down to the
How
harbor
did I miss
from the
that?
city.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna actually take the feather fall down.
Okay, so you're gonna jump and fall, and then use feather fall.
They're not catching up to me then.
I love your
Are those
style.
concentration spells?
Where else am I gonna use this?
Concentration and blade singing do not conflict.
Yep, blade singing is not a concentration thing. It's
Yeah.
a class feature. Cool. So yeah, you are well ahead of the guards. Thicket, you're actually blazing way down faster. The guards have all like piled like cartoonishly into the like single 5x5 personnel elevator to take down, and then there's a few more trying to take the stairs.
Are they doing like a dress right dress beforehand too to make sure?
No,
they're
they
not
are
leaving
not.
these
They are just helter skelter sprinting, trying to catch up to you guys now because like you actually passed them on your way to catch up with Alset kind of deal.
I actually have to prepare my spells now.
So at this point, you guys see Alset take a freaking swan dive off the cliff that overlooks the harbor, and Sam has been like trying to get things moving onto the Dawn Strider. Meanwhile, Rennie is standing on the docks. Now, where is everyone else? It's morning, though. We're supposed to be here.
Quick question: Had we got gold from all that shit that we did last time, right?
Yeah, I'll say 10 ahead for what you killed, which makes...
You just said 25 last time per person.
No, that was the ones you turned into the guards.
Oh.
Do we all get 25?
No, just 25 total for the 2 that were turned in, and then
Which I took.
Oh, okay. Well,
Because I was the one who turned them in.
that's fine. That's fine.
there is
I don't care about that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left over, so that's 70. And I'll say the big guy had 30 on him to make it an even 100, so 20 apiece.
Okay.
Because Sam didn't take a cut from the battle.
Nor would I have.
And
Make it 25 apiece then, because Asya is abstaining from moving.
Okay, so we all just got 25 gold.
I take it at this point, me and Rennie, who is also down there, would be like hooking our boats up together.
Yeah, it would have already been kind of happening, because you got there, like, I'm guessing the crack ass of dawn, like, as soon as there were torches lighting on the streets to kind of get everything going, you're like,
So just making sure all that's been prepared.
Yep.
And then I'll be like, yeah, I know we said we're gonna meet around this time. They should be coming over here pretty soon. And then we look over by like the stairs of the port, and we just see Alset like like swan dive over,
Stupid.
like
Honest dialogue.
straight falling.
She is so stupid.
now that is unusual, but I like the style, no?
She's a wild one.
Of course you Are you floating down?
Yeah, she's feather fall.
Got it.
So it's 60 feet a second, or 60 feet around, which is 10 feet a second. It's really slow.
Got it.
Yeah, it's
Are
faster
we-
than an elevator.
Are the 3 of us to like
like
the
the speed at
stairs
which
where
leaves
they're
fall.
all?
Yeah, you would have hit the
Kinda, yeah.
stairs pretty much as Alset
Speed,
took
like-
the swan dive, is about when you were getting down to the stairs/elevators. The elevators are all booked up full of guards, and you actually see the cargo elevator now filling with about 15 guards.
I quicken my pace.
Are you gonna try and like get into the elevator?
Are there any people in our way on the stairs?
No. There was like 2 that followed Thickick down, but they've already started to breach down onto the docks. So now the scene is Thickick down the gangplanks towards the boat, followed at a unreasonable distance, honestly, by 2 guards on foot. And then the elevator is starting to... It's about 3/4 the way down, so they've got another, like, 15 seconds before they
How
can
far
open the
down is
doors.
Allset?
You're about to land, basically, where Thickick is. Great.
So it's gonna
Oh,
take
so I'm like gliding.
a little bit to actually like get the ship out of the docks. We're gonna notice that these guys are running, and we're gonna pull anchor.
You're gonna get up and pull anchor?
Yeah. So we're
So you just, like, bolt up?
Yeah, and we're gonna start to like get out of there, but not like fully, so they can,
Right.
if we're like moving, they can kind of like run on and jump on, or some way. We're not totally dipping out yet.
Okay, so you're
preparing
just
But
pulling
enough
the
so the
anchor.
guards
Because
don't
it takes a little while to get a boat out, a ship with a sail.
Especially 2,
Yeah.
even if one's magical.
Rennie actually puts his hand on your arm. Wait, pull the anchor? Yes, but leave the anchor down. I've got this. Come, aboard! Get! Go!
Yeah.
So he told me to pull the anchor, but to leave it down?
Pull the anchor, leave the rope tied.
Oh, gotcha. Sure.
That was confusing for me too, don't worry.
Cool. Yeah, then
I'm assuming everyone's on the ship now.
yeah.
Well,
No,
No,
you
we're
guys
still-
are.
no,
You guys are still
still-
running down the
Or,
docks.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're.
Okay.
We'll
I'm
pull the
still
anchor,
walking.
and you
Yeah.
know, like we
You're
won't
still falling.
take the ropes off, but
Yeah.
we'll just prepare to leave.
Okay.
So we can like wingsuit.
And
glide.
they're gangplank too. We don't need to worry about that. Leave it on so that anything can run up if they need to. I've got this. Trust me.
That's
It's my
We're
ship.
talking to Randy, right?
Yeah.
All right. You haven't yet. Well, you have given me a reason not to trust y'all, but you did give me my own ship, so.
Cheers.
Welcome to the Keepers of the Clockwork Wheel, my friends.
Yeah.
I imagine that Kenneth is actually waving around a bottle
Oh,
of something.
most definitely.
Celebratory champagne. All right. So you guys, Thickick and Allset, who are booking it hella fast, will have made it pretty much up to the gangplank now, and
But we still have an extra turn. We still haven't quite made it yet, though. We can still have a turn for actions if we want.
yeah, if you want to do anything like as you're on your way, feel free.
Can I look at Alset and then like nod to her together, and we can like hold hands and do a victory pose as we cross the threshold?
I mean, you could honestly probably just grab her hand. She's
Yeah, Thicket wants
the-
to grab her
Alset
hand
is a
and raise it in the air as they pass
like,
through the threshold.
kid.
of the-
you're an
Yeah, so
orc.
as you raise your hand up, she actually just kind of like kicking along the ground. You do not break stride at all as you just sprint up this gangplank with.
like Elsa's probably closer to the
child
size of like
in
a
hand.
hobbit.
Yeah, yeah. Thicket wishes to try to hold her hand with it, but accidentally picks her up and just keeps going and with a victory pose as he goes through the, gangplank and everything.
Just get down below decks, idiot. Now, gentlemen, hello. Good one. Yes. If you would mind, let me leave this port with these ones in tow, and I have a couple more coming down the docks, nice and slow as they are. Hurry up! But you see, this boat, you don't want to be on it. The guards pay him absolutely no mind and try to run up the gangplank. And you watch a force field that you have never noticed before, just kind of like a shimmer of like pink energy, kind of ripple through the air as they slam full force into it and topple into the water on either side of the gangplank.
Oh.
They're okay. They all serve us, right?
I mean, the armor's not doing them any good, but not my problem. I told them. I tried to say it. Ladies, please.
Wait. Do all of them surface though?
Oh
And
no!
they were coming on to.
Wait, no, we don't
his
even
ship,
know.
right?
They were coming onto the Dawn
We're
Strike.
below decks though. So
No, we just
don't-
ran on. We didn't go below deck. We just ran through. He told us to go below deck.
One did.
One did. Alright,
Oh,
Thicket wants to go back to save
No.
one.
I'm gonna hold Thicket back. I don't have time for this.
Okay.
Alright, who's rolling what?
Why are you saving him?
Well, I mean, this guy just doesn't deserve to die over this. Like, can't
can
let him
swim.
die. Well, he
Make
did circus, he wants,
athletics check at disadvantage. Make your athletics check at advantage.
Okay. Alright. 15
Okay.
and a 8. So I roll 15, pull. Wait, what's that count?
Strength
at
modifier.
least.
That's 15 plus 3, so 18.
I roll 14. So he wins.
So yeah, Thicket breaks free
Okay.
and dives down into the water.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the one guard surface and kind of grab onto the dock, the pier,
Yeah.
but the other is kind of underneath it.
Uh-huh.
And he's making his way to the top, just underneath of the pier.
Okay. But he's like heading towards the water. So only 2 fell in?
Yeah.
Okay, 2 fell in. Well, I want to grab the one that's still trying to help him swim up.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough for you, being under the steed. You just kind of grab him.
And then I climb back on.
Make a initiative check for me.
Okay. 10?
Okay. You were able to sprint back upwards before he has even time to like pull himself all the way up.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure you could like grab onto something and be afloat. Okay, that's it.
So now you are making your way up about the same time as Thicket. How fast he moves. Meanwhile, there are a whole bunch of other guards making their way down the docks, and you notice the harbor master from earlier waving his clipboard and cursing in some tongue that most of you don't understand at Samai'el, who's now kind of standing on the back mast halfway up, waving. Hello, dears. Hurry up. Get on board, please. Thank you. Ready? Are we ready? Oui, Capitan.
When the DM talks to
French
himself.
accent.
I know it's horrible. It's so bad. I need to practice it. Or just
be from the back, from the back.
Oui, Capitan.
Oui, Capitan.
Capitan.
Still bad, but less.
So as you get back up onto the ship, the Dawn Strider immediately starts moving sideways out from the dock.
What is this Tokyo Drift bullshit?
That's not natural.
Nothing about this ship is
Yeah,
that.
no, I've seen enough at this point. Nothing surprises me
You
anymore.
found me in this ship. What about that was natural?
And the Apollo just kind of moves along. It kind of bouncing along the top of the crests a little bit, but it seems no worse for wear, and the lines that are hooked up to it seem to be nice and stable.
Cool.
And it kind of gets out along the coastline and then starts just jetting. Catches a nice full drag of wind and just goes. And you do see them starting to prepare some like schooners and slips from the docks that they are launching out behind you.
I don't think they have any hope of catching us, so I just sit on deck and watch them, I guess. That's all we can do.
We've like caught wind, right?
Mhm.
I'm hoping it'll make us go faster. I'm gonna put the sails of the Apollo up if they're not already.
Okay. Yeah.
As in, like, you're storing them kind of thing so it doesn't catch wind?
No, I'm gonna like put the sails up so we catch wind
Okay.
and
Yeah.
we
Push us
move
hard along.
faster.
So that the Dawnbreaker isn't just towing it
Yeah.
behind, it's also accelerating.
Great.
Wait, did we go on your ship?
I don't know. No, we all got on
I mean,
Strider,
they're
I think.
connected,
Oh.
though, so you can move back and
Oh.
forth.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like a very large, like, those hefty ass rigging ropes that you'll
Mhm.
see tying a like big ship to a dock, like that are yay big
Mhm.
around. There's one of those.
You guys are probably
Okay,
like, why
yeah.
are we towing this ship?
No, we haven't quite finished.
Yeah, we have no idea about the ship.
That's true. I've not.
That's alright, there's more important
The
things.
gig is definitely too dumb to even notice this shit.
I turn
Also,
to
it's
Solid
oblivious
Station and I
enough.
go, please tell me we didn't steal a ship.
Yeah, probably.
No, it's his now.
Does it have weapons on it?
At least someone got something good.
Yeah.
to steal.
Yeah, it's got a small railgun on the back and one line cannon.
The line cannon is just a regular cannon, or is that like a swivel guy?
That's the standard one, and then the rail cannon is the swivelly.
Cool.
So does that mean we have a cannon on each side, or like just one cannon?
One cannon on the back that has basically kind of like not quite 180 degrees, like 130 degrees, 120 degrees of coverage from the back, and then one broadsider. It's on the starboard side.
So hopefully we don't
The
get
right
attacked
side.
from port. No, I know. Hopefully we don't get attacked from port.
So I'm just gonna go and jump on the railgun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna just try to shoot the shit out of the masts of the people that are flying.
We are not
Are they
friends with
even
these
close?
brats.
I mean, given the way that it kind of would have happened, but turn of events, I'm saying like this is an in the moment sort of thing as you're sliding sideways out of the. Yeah, go ahead, make an attack roll for me.
With proficiency?
Any sort of. Yeah, would it be with proficiency because I'm proficient with water vehicles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
alright, that was
And it's a
good.
ranged weapon. So same attack as your bow, plus 7.
Oh shit.
Next!
So yeah, there's a very large schooner that was the first one to be manned up, and you just blasted out the main mast of it.
You sniped it with a cannon.
No, I was hitting it with a railgun, so I was just like putting a bunch of holes in it, and I imagine that I like put so many in through like the main, like whatever you want to call
That
it.
it just like
yeah.
Does it just,
collapse
like,
straight
split in
down.
half?
Yes.
Oh my
God, it's like a single little like 10-pound cannonball.
Oh,
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
sniped it with a
Gotcha.
cannon.
Cool. I thought it was like a little railgun. Like that.
No. No, it's a
Gotcha.
single like mounted
Like a-
cannon. Yeah. Just
Sick.
Well then.
Yeah.
Nice.
Sick.
Nice.
There's no more schooner.
How
I mean,
many,
there might be
how
other
many are
ones,
behind
but-
us?
There's no way.
The rate at which you guys got out of there, and the one that was being manned up first and had already pulled anchor and was starting to get out, that they were putting their money on being taken out of the race like that. Y'all are kind of cresting around the coasts before they're even getting out of the harbor.
So it's probably not worth it to worry about anyone.
I'm gonna go take a short rest then, and
We've got
recover my
a
spell slot
long distance
and my singing.
ship, and they do not. So,
I'm
yeah,
gonna-
sorry, I'm just thinking how the events of everything and what my character's doing reacting to it. So
Besides having a midlife crisis.
I'm like, duh.
I mean, your
Player brain not here right now. Please leave message.
Your character basically just did everything she was never supposed to within 24 hours. So, I mean, murder people, steal stuff, break a lot of laws.
I didn't do that. You guys did that.
You brained someone.
What?
Caved in their head.
Just protecting myself. I'm protecting you.
Anyways,
I'd
Stendar's
appreciate it.
justice.
I appreciate
you all
He's a
are
criminal.
heading out to sea. Samai'el kind of finally steps down from the mast, walking like along the air, down in the middle of the ship. Well, that was bracing. Who'd you piss off?
Everyone?
Right.
Oh yeah, those are the guys that think you're kidnapping me.
Splendid. Glad we took you along. Thick kick. You good?
He's snacking already.
Good. Oh, and Mr. Garrett.
Is there any of that
Splendid
cheese
shot.
Just, has handed Ossia
Trying to
some cheese.
break in the new ship. Beginner's luck, I guess.
Well, hopefully it sticks. Was that with tools?
Yeah, it used to be,
The Ophelia.
the orphan.
Guess he changed it.
Wait, was Ophelia an orphan? I don't know Shakespeare. Tell me. Sorry.
The bard is displeased.
It's the bard of the party. I knew we had one.
Hey, this disguise kit will come in handy one of these days, I swear.
If you ever use it.
Anyways,
Any
okay.
Special features on this one, like yours?
No, it's tools. Fairly standard, but it is quick and it's well made.
Real man's shit.
No.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm. Good. Sure. Can't just be happy with your new toy.
He's been taking so many jabs at this guy the entire time.
I like him. Give me a ship.
Right. Well, best settle in because we're not going back to High Rock anytime soon.
Bye home.
Oh, you can go back. I'm sure you didn't have much to do with any of this. I'll bribe some people. It'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
But it's about 2 weeks trip to Ordon, and we can stop off in Stros Mackay, do a quick resupply. Otherwise, we are stocked for the long haul. Just depends on your sea legs.
Can I make an investigation check real fast? Is that going to be 2 weeks real time or 2 weeks to us?
What do you mean?
Well, because like this ship like has some weird timey-wimey bullshit where it like warps through reality. So are we going to be there in 2 weeks, or is it going to feel like 2 weeks but actually be like a day or something?
Make an Arcana check.
All right.
That actually is a good question.
I roll an 8 minus like 2, I think.
You have absolutely no idea.
I'm going to stow my armor. Don't intend on wearing it. I don't want to wear it around on the ship. In wherever lodgings.
I don't want to go back down.
You know what your cabin is. It's just right down the stairs. Think of where you want to go and then go.
Remember the same shape of a boat?
Yes, in the shape of a boat.
Yes.
What happens if you remember it in the shape of a boat? Is it like a boat in the shape?
No, it's just a boat-shaped dimensional that you can't really get out of.
I don't know.
And then I'm going to see if I can find Arbjorn, because I want to check up on him and see how he is.
Okay, Arbjorn, for his part, is still sitting, watching his old family home.
Sharpening his weapon properly.
Yep. Just kind of relaxing after a lot of work. He looks pretty tired after his long day, because he spent most of it loading up a shitload of cargo.
I'm
Cool.
gonna
I'm going to sit with him and talk, and just like kind of go over what happened in the Thieves Guild and meeting Hermamora and guy getting blasted. Spend some time with Arbjorn.
You heard it, Alec.
Yeah!
I'm gonna going into Sam's ship. Think about the book and kind of let the book lead me in Sam's ship and see what happens.
Okay, you find yourself in the library.
Great.
Kind of dingy. The shelves are arranged around in the shape of a book, but also spread out through. There's no like seating areas. There's no reading lights, and the light coming through is kind of green tinged, a little gray, a little almost coppery feel.
If I open my book, what happens?
It's just there.
Like still blank?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Can I take one of the books off the shelves?
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Mash him. Or like
You're gonna do book sex, is what you're saying. You're gonna 69 the books. You're going to penetrate the one book with the other book.
Okay, yeah, we get it.
You're gonna.
It's scissoring them.
You're gonna see what
We're
happens.
gonna get technical here.
Nothing happens.
What if I'm gonna regret this
Book
so
sex.
hard.
You're gonna bend one of the books over.
I'm going to
Spining.
take a page out of a book and set it in mine.
was.
Good job, you.
Aw. I'm just gonna. Okay. I'll let the camera fade away from me as I just wander the library, maybe read books. I'll figure. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
In this green library of mine.
Big Ick's gonna walk down the stairs for a hilariously long amount of time, still not noticing how it just completely changes environments every time.
Fair. Where do you settle?
He's just gonna walk for probably like half an hour or so
All right.
before he stops.
Wow, this is a really deep ship.
No, he wouldn't notice. He just keeps going. He wouldn't say that.
Anything else while you're on the Ophelia? Are you coming up or staying in your own cabin?
Yeah, no, I'm just staying in my own cabin, and so
most of the personal effects were cleared out, and it does have a single, like, a cargo hold. It doesn't have a mid deck. It has just the top deck and cargo hold.
Okay.
For yours.
And is there any sort of captain's quarters?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, I'm just I'm going through the captain's quarters before bed and getting a garbage pile to get rid of everything in there that I don't want.
Actually, it was actually pretty much completely cleared of personal effects ahead of time, so it's really just a bed, an empty closet. They did leave the sheets on for you. They seem clean.
Cool.
Silk.
Take a black light to him.
With some Red Guard cologne spray.
But yeah, there's a writing desk. The drawers are mostly empty. There is a quill and a stack of parchment paper and a map and compass of the Iliac Bay region, because that's where they were mostly operating. You can spend some time with that if you want. And like I said, an empty cabinet.
Cool. Yeah. I'll just before bed, I'll read the map and I will write to Mator. You're a man of your word. KG.
You get back a very short, told you so. See you around, maybe. Oh, and take good care of the Apollo, was it?
Are you asking in character?
On the note.
It says, yes, the stars that will lead me home.
Okay.
Write it in Elven, then it sounds cool.
I thought the Bosmer were illiterate.
That's racist.
But yeah, something, and then I'll go to bed.
Okay. Anything?
I hound Samai'el for a pen and paper.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Do you need a letter or anything? Envelope for letters?
I guess.
I can send it wherever you need to. I have some know-how with those sorts of things.
Okay.
Actually, wait, one more thing. Shouldn't we all write in the book before it gets pissed at us again?
Nope. Are you gonna find Elset?
Yeah, we should probably look for Elset somewhere before.
Also, I'm just gonna say Elset's not leaving until we dock. She's just gonna keep reading.
Like,
interesting.
Why do we have to
You
read
gonna
the book
eat?
again? Because
She doesn't need to eat down there.
we'll
She
get
spent
pissed
6
and
months in
then
there, remember?
Eat us or something, or trap us. I don't want to get eaten by a tentacle monster. I'm not.
Tentacle monster.
I'm not into vor, dude. Not my thing.
But yeah, Sam hooks you up with a pen, inkwell, and some parchment.
Actually, wait, just a quick question about the book. Like, how frequently does it want us to write? Or really just kind of forget after a while? Does it give a shit?
You don't know. You're gonna ask.
Okay. Well, I guess we wrote it once. It doesn't matter. We'll write it when it asks, I guess.
We wrote it 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, whenever it gets pissed off again, we'll just give it some more shit.
Actually, 7.
I guess I just sit on deck for a while and write a
Okay.
letter.
Okay. And Zelzy, you take it.
Just standing on one of the sides of the ship, just staring out of the water.
Okay. Cool. Go ahead, loop up through the next day because. No.
Sure.
Okay. So top of the morning.
Top of the morning.
Do I know where Samai'el sleeps?
Yeah, you know where his cabin is.
Know where his cabin is? Is the door locked?
No.
What's going on?
I'm ready.
Some lusty Argonian.
If only.
Oh, Evan. Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. I gotta find where.
No, that's
where
the
it
one-off
is.
session.
I want to try and sneakily open the door without making a lot of noise.
Okay, make a stealth check.
That's not gonna be good.
Wild shape into a spider.
2 and 0.
20.
Plus 0, so it's still 20.
That beats his passive anything.
Thank you, D&D gods.
Thank you, Mr.
So yeah, as soon as I get in there, is he still asleep on the
Yep.
bed? Do I see?
Thank you, God.
Yep, he is asleep on his bed.
Lovely stuff.
You do notice that the
You're just
cabin
giving
is
this to me.
the last time you were in it, it seemed a lot smaller than it currently is.
That's great.
That's interesting.
Where are these shapes? That's great. I'm going to use one use of my wild shape to turn into a giant wolf spider. And then just crawl on his bed. Just sit there. Assuming that the weight of the 3-foot tall spider wakes him up, but
I'm just glad she's doing this to the NPC and not us.
Terrifying.
Yeah, the weight on his bed, he does feel.
Hey, Aiden, hope you like this.
We're gonna lose our contract.
got 8 bug eyes staring him.
And he kind of, what is, who's coming to pay me I mean, you should make a dex save for me.
Oh god, what's the spider's dex save?
Okay. The saves are
Based on
not different.
beast form, so it'll be your dexterity
Yeah.
modifier and spider form.
I mean, I take whichever's higher according to wild shape.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Holy
Actually.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but there's no difference between save and check when it's classified in wild shape. It's just, it says strength, dex. There's no
Yeah,
proficiency in saves,
most things
so.
won't have specific saves unless they're some kind of
Yeah. That's all I
CR
was.
can't even morph into a beast.
That's all I was really looking for. 13.
Okay. You are scorched by a tiny meteor that just kind of out of left field, and Sam is skittering up the wall. He is digging his feet so hard into the wood that he is actually going upwards, kind of like you might have. As a
he
spider.
actually can climb the walls.
How much damage is that?
It's only 8.
Okay, that's not bad.
Well, she has nearly infinite health, combining her wild shape and this.
In the Halo of Spores, yeah.
Yeah, you're the new tank.
I mean, I didn't drop out of spider shape.
Oh,
technically,
shit.
with that.
Okay.
So I'm going to crawl up on the wall, really, really close to him, and then drop wild shape and look at him and say, "Don't fucking lie to me again."
That was so loud for our viewers at home. I'm sorry.
His feet that were stuck into the wood, hands as well, just kind of and he lands butt first onto his bed. And I'm guessing you would have kind of sunken down onto, but on your feet, standing above him, and he's just looking up. Duly noted. Did Kenneth mention that I'm horribly arachnophobic?
No, you did, and then I leave.
Forgot that detail.
I shut the door on my way out pretty
You hear,
aggressively.
You hear locks popping into place, 20 of them.
I can still fit under the door.
Fuck you!
That's my life.
Yes! Yes! Oh, that was so satisfying to watch.
Is that the part where like you see like a bunch of towels get stuffed?
No, that's the part where like a
You see
freaking
his
laser
hat
grid.
stuffed underneath.
Welding torch.
He's gonna invent like a whole new like laser grid level of magic.
Okay, so that little hijinks aside, anybody else wanting to do anything while at sea? I know, Kenneth, you were wanting to try and teach people.
I mean, yeah, if I could just kind of like go over the whole layout of the Apollo with everyone and just kind of show them how everything works. You know, how to raise the sails, how to actually like
Sail a ship.
yeah.
I'm on a boat.
So basically, like the sails on this one are small enough that it can just be one person per kind of deal. If they're very, very good, one person could handle 2 sails. You know, the main and one other. A navigator and a driver is basically what it needs. So preferably 5, 4 in a pinch so that somebody can shoot kind of deal. Anybody that is interested can go ahead and start learning from Kenneth over this 2-week trek to Oregon.
Yeah.
Ossiel definitely.
Pickett's willing to do it, but shooting obnoxiously the whole time.
She's more learning the sails because she knows that she has ship navigation.
I do remember saying that I was going to help create water for.
Okay, and yeah, you're keeping fresh water for everybody. Right, which they didn't stock up on because you mentioned that you could create water, so...
Exactly, that's why I mentioned it.
Yep.
Could I spend how can I spend as long as I need to in the Apocrypha or no?
2 weeks?
No, the full time.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks to...
Okay, well, I'm saying because the time difference thing, or would that...
It depends on where you are at in the Dawn Strider, where time flows weird.
Okay, so I'm more asking, like, could we do the thing now instead of in a couple levels?
I will also be helping creating water periodically on the voyage.
That isn't quite
also messing around with
accessible
fire
via the Dawn Strider's portion.
I'll turn into a lizard and like sit on your shoulder.
I just want to get it over with, kind of thing.
Probably soon.
It's like
Okay, so
I guess I'll see if I can take books up with me.
it disappears.
No, okay. I'll just learn how to sail a ship then.
Here you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I might as well at least be useful.
Okay, so everybody's learning from Kenneth, basically, and doing what they need to do to...
I'm too busy messing around with wild.
Creating water and
Okay.
attempting to fish more.
Yeah, those who aren't purifying water are learning.
Okay, so there's 4, plus you makes 5. So you have a crew. You know, they're not necessarily, you know, the kind of sailors that you are. They don't have that kind of experience, obviously, but you guys can pilot it out well enough and keep pace with the Dawn Strider. You know that if you got things working like clockwork, you could probably outrun the Dawn Strider because it's a faster ship.
Oh, great.
Plus, you're currently unladen as far as cargo goes.
I would recommend, and it's up to you guys, but I would recommend that we all stay on one ship in case things go tits up. But
Cool. After
Ossiel likes learning, but she, I think, feels a little more comfortable on the Dawn Strider.
Okay.
And not having to really do much.
I mean, you wouldn't have to do much here. There's plenty of room. It's just you're on a different ship.
Yeah.
That's the only difference.
outside of that thing I just did, Elsa never wants to go into that Dawn Strider again. Also, I'm gonna spend every morning and evening after I get out of bed and before I go to bed opening the book, hoping something will happen. Just hoping.
I'm not really comfortable with all the magic on the Dawn Strider, so I'll stay on the ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like it feels the need to entertain the people on the
Apollo.
on the Apollo.
Please don't.
So entertaining.
You noticed that the Vosa saddle that you had made with fish, you tried to bring it over and it just kind of...
It's probably rotted by now.
We're at the 2-hour mark.
They made?
Okay.
I don't know if I know we took a small break to level before, but that was a shorter break. So do we want to
I mean, it's also almost 10.
Yeah.
do an official
What time were you planning on playing till?
We technically start like at 7:30, so.
No, we started
More like
later than
7:45.
A little bit
7:45.
later. Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
That's right.
So it really just depends on how late we want to go.
I don't want to go very late.
Yeah, it's same here.
We technically started at 7:48 since it was 2
We
hours
gone all
ago.
the way back.
I was thinking 11:30. Probably 11:30 since we did start half an hour later. But
I think we can do this first one of the new space a little bit short.
Yeah.
So let's go on a quick break and we'll discuss this.
Okay.
Okay,
Um,
yep. We'll be right back.
Cool.
We'll see you soon.
Come on.
Hello. Okay.
Welcome back.
I do apologize. We're going to be cutting tonight's session a little bit shorter than we usually go, just because life stuff, and we're all kind of feeling tired, want to get going a little bit faster than normal. So we are going to try from now on to start a little bit earlier, closer to on time. It was just, getting in the new space, working out the kinks of that.
Kinks.
So yeah, jumping right back in. The approach to Oridon. 2 weeks go by. You learned how to sail the Apollo. On your way along, what's up?
Can I also attempt to take lessons from Thikic?
In what?
Anything. Whatever he wants to teach me.
How to make comb pies.
No.
I don't think I can do that as a female.
No.
Well,
It's
you can make bread.
It's a recipe
Okay.
Yeah.
for disaster. But it's a recipe nonetheless.
Okay.
Thikic will agree, and we shall learn some basic bardic singing techniques. We'll start with basic fundamentals of bardic music.
Breath support.
Yeah,
Use
breath
the
support.
diaphragm.
Just the basics of music, how music works, and everything. How to read Tamrielic music, whatever that is. We'll start with that.
Indiana Jones.
I'm assuming it's
Apparently.
standard treble bass.
I guess. Are we using neumes or are we using 5-line staff?
I want to roll
Yeah.
performance to see how well I do. Is that
Okay.
cool? 6.
She has an absolutely horrible voice, and you're an orc.
I have patience. There will be patience.
All right.
I try to sit in for
Also,
one
look who my
session.
teacher is.
I try to sit in for one session to see if I can learn anything.
I'm gonna say that the grating of Asia's voice almost drives you off, but feel free. Go ahead, roll performance, see how you learn.
Honestly, she's probably gonna be a master.
She's got the charisma for it.
Please cheese a 20. Just cheese it. Don't actually show it.
No, it's a 3. I'm probably worse.
Nat 1.
Her singing's
Crit
even
fail.
worse. And you're an orc.
You're awesome.
My work is cut out for me.
All right.
Is determined.
Okay, we have 10 minutes. Let's do this.
Way, way up she rises. Way, way up
Okay, please. Also, you were singing too good.
Early in the morning.
Sorry, I'm just updating my notes. Okay.
Put him in the longboat till he's sober. Who's in character?
All right. So the weeks go by, and you are approaching Oridon. About 2 hours out, Samai'el is up on the very front of the Dawn Strider, kind of standing out on the line that goes out, the wooden post that goes out for mooring lines.
Oh yeah.
Extends in front of the prow.
Where the figurehead is.
Yeah, he's standing all the way out on top of that thing, looking out very, very apprehensively, it looks like, based on the way that flames are actually bouncing up where his toe is tapping. And he kind of rolls back in onto the ship. And
Are we there?
Well, yes, but no blockade. You've noticed no ships around. Nothing at all. We're just sailing in. Your Bear Dominion's supposed to be isolationist still, dear. Yes, it's odd.
Oh.
I forged these beautiful port entry papers for nothing. I think.
It could be a holiday.
They don't celebrate anything in Summerset. These are the elves with the sticks up their asses. Ask her, she'll tell you.
Should I put on my armor?
Might be best, actually, yes.
I go put on my
Can
armor.
I use my disguise kit to give Alset just look like anything that's not Altmer? Just
Anything that's not albino.
Yeah,
armor.
yeah. Make
try
a
I should take that. No, I didn't take that spell.
I can
make
put
a
some.
roll.
Okay.
and add your proficiency bonus and your dexterity.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my proficiency?
Should be at the very top.
Okay.
Because you're proficient.
Oh,
with
proficiency
your
plus 2.
disguise skill.
Okay.
Honestly,
Alright, so
Elsa's
roll a
probably-
d20 for that?
Yep.
Elsa's probably
Okay.
typing our foot so fast it looks like flames.
Alright, I
are
got
coming
an
out of it.
18 plus 2, and then...
Yeah, you make her look like a little Bosmer girl.
Okay. So I do some like white face on that.
No, she's already very, very white. So you actually do like texturing and
okay.
contouring and
Also, it's
Okay.
albino.
Oh, okay. So
you know,
like,
kind of do a little bit of like glass contacts in there to
Oh,
make her eyes
jeez.
darker. Like she very passively looks like a Bosmer, only under the most intensive scrutiny would they see through it.
and just like get a little bit of like sea muck to give that nice Bosmer musk.
Fair.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense. We smell it.
Okay, so as you are all kind of conversing about on the deck about why the humdrum, a dragon comes swooping on overhead very, very fast.
So you said it ain't to kill a dragon.
And then another one. And then another one. And pretty soon it's an entire flight that is coming in way up overhead, making in the direction of Alinor, which is the capital of Summerset. So they're kind of going out down along, and you notice that they are bypassing Oridon completely.
Oh, you're safe. It's okay.
Is there any way that I can, that I know of or can insight to see if they are followers of the Way of the Voice? Or anything like that?
No, they're
No.
pretty much just streaking
Dragons.
on past you.
Okay.
They're real high up, and
Our dragons are. Okay.
Can I do an investigation to see how pissed off they look?
again,
No idea.
one of those
what
things where it's
they're
like, you know, this is they are moving very fast, and they are very high up.
doing. Okay.
I don't want to go anywhere near that for like 1,000,001 reasons. So let's not go there.
Yeah, I did notice. It's hard not to.
Well, but thoughts? Concerns?
Well, they seem to be bypassing Oridon, which might actually be to our advantage.
What did you do?
You think I did that?
I would
I
love.
mean,
I wouldn't be
thank
surprised.
you. Thank you.
I would love you
It was
forever
less of a
if
what
you
did
did.
you do and more of a who did you piss off.
Again, dragons, not my thing.
Yeah, but they could be somebody else's thing, somebody else who you pissed off.
No,
Or
I
is
don't
this
think I'm
another-
quite that good.
Is this another test?
No, this is completely unexpected.
Tordon!
Yeah, not
Me.
anywhere over past that.
Agreed. Yep, not crossing the big island. Not doing that. Just to Ordon and, well,
Why not?
what, why not crossing into the main island of Somerset?
Sure.
We don't have anything to do there. We're going to Ordon.
Okay.
So wait, are all the people like? This is just a quick question about the situation. Are all the
Sticking
people
in the
like
mud?
hiding? Are they just like praying that they don't get burnt by dragons? Like they just don't.
You guys are still out from Ordon.
Well, no, the
still
people
right,
in
see.
Oridon, like the
We
reason
could
they're
not see that.
You're out on the.
There were no other ships.
approaching-
Oh no,
There's
I'm not asking
blockade
from
or
our
anything.
perspective. I'm just like asking in general for the story.
I guess.
Or do you not want to spoil it?
We'll find out.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
We're gonna end with you guys coming to a makeshift port a little ways out from a small cove on the northeastern coast of Oridon, which is if you take a look at the map of Somerset, it's the fairly
Speaking of which-
large island that kind of horseshoes around the northeastern border of the country.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, the one right under
Oh.
High Rock. That one.
That does not look good at all. I'm sorry.
Oh, like the New Zealand of Somerset.
Kind of, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go to Australia.
Why not?
No offense,
No, you're the New Zealand.
So if you're looking at the now really terribly transparent map on the video, That's gonna be in the bottom right corner of the screen there. That blue island down there. Those are Summerset Isles.
That's
they are
bottom left.
listed. You're right. No, you're left.
Yeah,
I'm
you're left.
wrong.
No, you're right.
No, it's left.
No, I'm straight.
So he claims.
The Dawn Strider and Apollo will have thrown anchor kind of in the middle of a very large secluded cove, with a kind of rocky portion of cliffside on the one area, and then a nice sandy beach leading up into a fairly dense jungle. And that is Ordon, and that is where we will pick up, is aboard that boat, so that we can get Alec looped in and all that good stuff next time. Cool. Again, sorry for the shorter session, but life is life.
Wait, one more thing.
All right.
Adios.
You're outie. Outie like a belly button. Okay, bye.
Out of here like Vladimir.